An in-town yard with a one-of-a-kind view now is an amazing view on its own. The closed-off courtyard is now a tranquil garden. In the back, a balance of free form and formal gives the beauty of the park a run for its money. You guys, what do you think now that the landscape is finally finished?
We love it.
Now, you did a few experimental things out here.
We did.
Stuff that you said you'd never use on a pain client,
Right.
like the moss ripples. How do you think they turned out?
I think the moss ripples are great. They were just a lot of work to get them in and keep them alive through the construction, but now that they're established, they're really taking off.
And you guys were kind of going for a Asian Zen-like thing out here with the red on the stucco.
Right, that just kind of happened though.
Well, we brought in the bamboo. We brought in,
Right.
we had the one big Japanese maple. We brought in more Japanese maples.
Right.
And we kind of turned it into, between the moss and the ripples and the fountain and the red, kind of a Zen Asian garden.
Now, tell me about the red bamboo.
Well, the red bamboo is, we call it fire bamboo. It's Bambusa fuega, and it was hybridized specifically for this landscape. But it's a mix of the bamboo you see here and a paintbrush.
So it's painted bamboo. Don't go ask for this at the store.
Well, if you remember, when we transplanted the bamboo, we did it in mass, very large pieces. So we kind of took the ones that didn't make it and we memorialized them in the landscape.
But it's very striking. It goes well with the red stucco, and you can see it from all the way down the street.
You can, as soon as you turn the corner, you're
That's
seeing
a little interest.
It's our bamboo got highlights.
The water feature couldn't have turned out better, but I thought originally there were going to be stepping stones instead of one seamless path.
Right, originally we had squares planned for this, and we thought it was really innovative and interesting and different. And then that
What,
was
2 years ago when you did the plan?
exactly. So since then, we've seen it in person several times. We've seen it in every magazine coming out. Like, okay, I can't do that anymore. So we came up with this, which I actually like much, much better.
We have our hyacinths, we have little goldfish, which we can see right now. They come to the surface. We have the lilies. It's wonderful.
And it's still floating, so we're actually walking on water.
We are walking
We
on
are
water.
walking on water.
There is
it's
water.
the same concept, just tweaked a little.
Throughout the project, you guys were really big on reusing material, and
Right.
this is one of my favorite examples.
Yes. This
Right.
is the footer from the wall we had to tear out, and Walt came up with the idea to make it a bench.
Right, with this wall was sliding down the hill, part of it,
Uh-huh.
and we had to take it down, obviously. And we yanked this out with a bobcat, and we kind of liked it, hosed it off, and so we put some feet on it and called it a bench.
Well, the backyard went through some big changes from the original plan.
You know, it did. The former lawn is still the same, but the sides, we had these, we had a level area, a very geometric ramp up to the upper area. It's a little bit more modern interpretation on the sides, but since we had such a formal space, we wanted to go a little less formal on the sides to kind of frame the formal space a little better.
And that's where you wanted to kind of create the beds out here in the walkway, to
Right.
give it a look like something you'd see in a meadow.
Yeah, meadow gardens, we use lots of grasses, lots of flowering stuff, use like native flowering things like the black-eyed Susans and the purple cone flowers that you'd see in a meadow.
However, in the center here, it's still very formal and symmetrical.
Right, this is Scott's former lawn that he insisted on having, which I love, don't get me wrong.
This is for the dogs, right?
Well, it's for the dogs, but when I looked out of the back of the house towards the park, I said, you know, give me Versailles. The green space, the fire pit with the fountain, counterbalancing the two sides of the yard, and just focuses your view out onto the park and the skyline.
All along, you've been saying that it is all about the view, and I don't think the view up here could be any better. It's spectacular. It's breathtaking.
Thank you.
Thank you. We really built it to maximize the view of the park, the skyline.
We're one of 7 or 8 houses in the whole city that back onto our favorite park in the city, and we just felt had to take advantage of that.
You guys almost felt a responsibility to do something special up
It's
here.
an honor. We got to show off our pretty city from up here.
Not to mention that there's a pool up here.
That's my favorite part, my rooftop pool. I've always wanted one. We have it. It's wonderful.
Is it a dream come true?
It really is. It really is. This is kind of my insane dream. This whole house was. And the landscaping was Walt's insane dream, and somehow they tied together.
Well, you guys, this is one of my all-time favorite projects.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us be a part of it. Thanks for joining us on Groundbreakers. We'll see you next time.